News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, the trial begins in a fatal DUI case, and county commissioners discuss a local winery's liquor license. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And testimony is heard on day one for the Ashley Wynn case. It's Tuesday, June 25th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. 25-year-old Ashley Wynn is facing a judge and jury today in district court. Wynn is looking at 2 to 20 years in prison if convicted for a DUI, which resulted in the death of 33-year-old Christine Weir in September of 2016.
It was an emotional morning as Brian Swanier testified, sobbing at times, about his late fiancée, Christine Weir, who was killed during a reported DUI crash back on September 24, 2016, reportedly involving Ashley Wynn at Honeysuckle Street and South Dandelion Street. Today marks day one of testimony in Wynn's jury trial, following pretrial motions which were set to begin on Monday. Christine's high school sweetheart and fiancé of 3 years, Swanier, was first on the stand.
When did you first realize that something was wrong?
After the accident, I started to come to, and somebody was coming to the car saying they were in an accident.
On the night of the fatal accident, he says he was driving and Christine was in the passenger seat as they traversed Gamebird to Unicorn to Dandelion to 160 on their way to take Christine to her job at the local Walmart by 4 a.m. The prosecuting attorney, Michael Vieta-Cabell, then asked Swanier to physically point out on a map the direction the young couple was taking. That's when a visibly distraught Swanier answered specific questions about the moments immediately after the crash. He testified, quote, "I was trying to get Christine's attention after the accident to come to, but she was slumped over against me, not conscious, not breathing, and did not respond." Swanier concluded his testimony with details about how he blacked out as he was helicoptered to the hospital with confirmed later reported injuries, including 3 fractured ribs and a broken collarbone. Up next on the stand, Roxanne Nunez, a witness who testified that she heard a crash that early morning and observed the moments after the accident. Nunez says she called 911 twice, first 1 minute to 90 seconds after the crash from her home phone, then again 2 to 3 minutes after the crash from her cell phone at the direction of her now late husband, who Nunez says passed away in 2018. Following Nunez's testimony, Judge Lane and both the defense and prosecuting attorneys debated over the admission and authenticity of case evidence, namely the 911 dispatch log. Prosecutor Vieta-Cabell states, "It's clearly admissible, Judge." Before recessing for lunch, Judge Lane states that he will see if the court reporter authenticated it on the first page. Proceedings resumed at 1:15 p.m. Tuesday afternoon, and News 25 will continue to bring you updates. This is Unette Gentry reporting for News 25.
And Judge Robert Lane did allow the transcribed testimony this afternoon from the late Alan Nunez. Nunez passed away last year. He and his wife, who also testified today, heard the crash that early September morning and went to help. This afternoon's testimony continued in the Ashley Wynn case. Roxanne Nunez, who was the first to call 911 regarding the accident, said that she did not hear anything as far as skidding or braking. Also read posthumously was her husband's testimony from the preliminary hearing when Alan Nunez, who passed away last year, was questioned by the defendant's attorney at the time, Thomas Gibson. Read aloud in court by Chief Deputy District Attorney Kirk Vito and questioned by Deputy District Attorney Michael Vieta-Cobell. During the testimony read aloud in court, Nunez stated during the preliminary hearing that Brian Schwanier said to him that she won't wake up after she was slumped over toward the middle of the car, speaking of his fiancée, Christine Weir.
Brian asked me not to shine the flashlight. He said that he didn't want to see her that way, so I didn't do it.
Also testifying this afternoon was the Nye County Sheriff's Office 911 dispatcher, Leanne Johnson. She spoke about the time that the call was recorded at 3:57 in the morning. Also testifying was Detective Harry Means with the Nye County Sheriff's Office. He was discussing the investigation and says that Ashley Wynn told him that she did not stop at the stop sign and that alcohol could have been a factor regarding bloodshot eyes and other indicators. There was also an audio recording of Harry Means questioning Ashley Wynn after the accident at the hospital, which was played aloud in court. Wynn can be heard saying or admitting that she was drinking whiskey and water that night. The trial will continue and is scheduled through July 2nd. And a couple of billionaires want to pay more in taxes. That and more with Angela Miles.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, it's another wait-and-see day for traders and investors. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will be speaking at the Council on Foreign Relations in New York. The topic will be the outlook on the economy and the monetary policy. On Monday, President Trump referred to the Fed as acting like a stubborn child by not cutting rates. The next FOMC rate announcement is in July. The top 1% wants to pay more in taxes. George Soros and Abigail Disney are among the billionaires asking the 2020 presidential candidates to support a tax that taps into the richest families in America, rather than the middle class or lower class. They also believe a wealth tax is a powerful tool for solving the climate crisis.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. More news right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, road work is continuing. The Nevada Department of Transportation reports that State Highway 160 blasting will resume this Thursday, June 27th at 11:45 in the morning through Mountain Springs in Clark County. Motorists can expect up to 2-hour travel delays. Well, they are so annoying, it makes you wonder if they actually ever work. I'm talking about robocalls. The Nevada Attorney General, Aaron D. Ford, wants them to stop probably as much as you do. They have a new effort called Operation Call It Quits in cooperation with the Federal Trade Commission to try to halt these annoying phone calls. The AG's office says that they are going to use social media to inform consumers how to get rid of these illegal calls and how to identify them. For more information, you can go to ftc.gov. That's ftc.gov. The Pahrump Valley Winery, who recently changed ownership, has been working with the Nye County staff to ensure a smooth transition. County commissioners questioned the validity of their liquor license during their last meeting.
At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding the approval of a permanent or 90-day liquor license for the Pahrump Valley Winery. Commissioner Koenig makes a motion to give them a 60-day temporary license. Kathy Trout, who is with Pahrump Valley Winery, said that they are in the process of renewing a TTB, or Tax and Trade Bureau, license. She states that they really need the permanent license to finalize the TTB license. Commissioner Strickland asks to hear from Lieutenant David Barukowitz.
I'm speaking a little bit out of turn with the funeral. The sheriff wasn't able to be here, and Detective Center's on vacation. However, it's my understanding that there is nothing in the background of concern at this point. There were a few documents that they were waiting on from someone. I'm not sure who it was, and there was not expected to be any concern with the background. We just didn't have that final letter to present to you today. in that regard. But we're talking, we wouldn't need the full 60 days. It was my understanding within a week we should be able to wrap it up.
Commissioner Koenig changes his motion from a temporary license to a permanent license. Samantha Tackett makes a suggestion to give them a temporary license till July 2nd for the Tonopah meeting so that they can have the full final report from the sheriff. However, Kathy Trout says that she would prefer to have a permanent one now, since she states that the Tax and Trade Bureau takes up to 45 days to finalize everything. Commissioner Blundo states his concerns involving the purchase date of the winery. John Hobbs, who is also with Pahrump Valley Winery, states that it was purchased in January, and he also states that he had bought 100% of the shares. Commissioner Blundo asks who the current license on display at the winery belongs to, and staff answers that it belongs to the previous owner.
So it is to my understanding then, would it be correct to say that they have been operating without a liquor license this entire time?
No, sir, that's not correct. We purchased the assets of and just the stock, so there essentially were no changes. Gretchen is a consultant to the company at this point, and she's allowed for the liquor license to be changed over until such time. We've had some time getting the paperwork back and forth, so we're not operating without a liquor license. We've fulfilled all the requirements, we've paid all the fees, and we're just basically waiting for this hearing.
Waiting for what?
This hearing to approve the liquor license.
Commissioner Strickland calls for the vote.
Okay, once again, I have 4 commissioners that have voted. Commissioner Blundo?
Nay.
Okay, 4-1.
And the Nevada Desert Lounge on Highway 372 received a temporary liquor license during the recent commissioner meeting.
At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had involving Nevada Desert Lounge's liquor license and whether to give them a permanent liquor license or to extend the temporary license they already have. Commissioner Strickland asks Samantha Tackett to tell the commissioners' staff suggestion. She states that the recommendation is to approve an extension on their temporary license.
They are waiting for their official certificate of occupancy. They either just received or are going to receive their final fire inspection walkthrough. They did have some items to correct to be in full compliance, and it's my understanding that they've achieved those. We just need that final inspection. I was given a document before this meeting, but I haven't had a chance to review it, and it's not exactly what I'm looking for, so I'll remain with it not being complete yet. Excuse me. And also, I do not have the final sheriff's report for their background investigations. They are back from the state, but the sheriff and investigator have not provided their final report and approval.
Commissioner Koenig makes the motion to extend the license up to 60 days. Manager Nikolay Panchev spoke during the meeting to explain why he was having delays with his lounge.
Basically, the delays are triggered not by Nye County, they do excellent job. Not by inspectors. It's been 4 times perfect job, both of them. It's been triggered by Nevada Gaming Control Board and Commission. This is what the retroactive ordinance reads, that will affect any county that has population less than 100,000, retroactive to 2,000, and it reads as follows. It was triggered by then the Commissioner, Chief of the Commission, Honorable Steve Sisolak. Now, what happened then? Effective retroactive 2000, every bar, tavern, must have full service bar. The meaning of full service bar reads 20-foot bar, 2'6" wide, must have 2'6" spaces to accommodate embedded machines on the top, and it must have a lounge. Cocktail lounge. In addition to, must have, if it's over 100,000, that's Clark County, a restaurant with 26 seats. We are not there. So now, that triggered for us to do all this additional bar rehab, demolish all the mini bars, like some people have in this town, and I don't want to mention name, that's not my job to do so, and build a brand new big time bar. And that is what has caused us to have all these additional inspections by the fire department. They're great. he almost passed everything last time. He says, but we have to have the bar, or else we're not going to have a gaming license. So everybody knows, without gaming, any business that opens a bar is bankrupt on the first day. Liquor does not pay the bills, only slots. It's allowed 50% income from slots maximum because it's called incidental to the primary establishment. Incidental means restricted gaming license. You will be giving us also a restricted gaming license, and hopefully the Nevada Gaming Control Board is in communication already 8 months with us. We are perfect.
How do you vote?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Aye.
Thank you, Honorable Commissioner.
A ribbon cutting and a tech tip after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, owner of a hot dog stand cut a ribbon with the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce on Friday.
Well, you know, I've been in the community for over 15 years, and I started the hot dog business, of course, after I lost my previous job due to my person that I was caring for passed away. And I will tell you, I'm a caregiver at heart, and being here doing this now, I just know that it's the right thing to do to be a part of this wonderful community. I love it so much here. I've raised my son here, and it's just, and it's a great place to stop and just meet people. You know, old friends get together here, new friends meet here. So it's a wonderful town that we live in, and I'm just happy to be a part of it and be able to serve a really good hot dog. I'm here Wednesday through Friday, 11 to 3. So it's just a lunch gig, but I do have a Polish sausage, which I don't think anyone else has in town, so that's a good thing. And I have sauerkraut and chili, and of course all the other good fixins, and I have a signature sauce. So if you haven't tried that, you don't know what you're missing. If you need anything, contact me on Facebook, and I'll be happy to help you out. Jeannie's Hot Dogs. Well, like everyone said, I've been a member for quite a few years now and just haven't really had the opportunity, and with Century 21 opening here next door to me, I'm just really excited about that and just about the growth of our community, and I'm just happy to be part of it.
The rehearsal. Congratulations. Well, here is Josh with today's Great Computer Deals Tech Tip.
Reporting from my man cave, it's Josh from Parump's own Great Computer Deals, and it's time for another quick tutorial.
Have you ever been using your computer at night, and maybe the lights in your house have been turned down for the evening? Everything is good, and you're surfing around, but after a while, your eyes start to become strained due to not really the brightness, but the high contrast and those really bright whites of your screen. Well, you probably didn't realize this, but Windows has a feature to help, and it's called Nightlight. To access it, simply click on the notification button in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen and click the button called Nightlight. Immediately, everything on your computer screen will go from a really bright white to a more comfortable yellowish tint, making it much easier and healthier on your eyes.
Still need help? Come to our store where you'll find low prices and friendly faces. We're located at 1190 East Highway 372, or call us at 775-990-8833.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, I saw some clouds in the sky this morning. Let's see what it looks like right now. Still got a little bit of haze and a lot of wind out there. We'll find out more with your weather right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, we saw a high of 102 degrees and a low of 76. In Death Valley, up at 113, a low of 80 degrees. 98.69 in Amargosa. 94.63 in Beatty. 86.53 in Goldfield. Tonopah 84.51. 81.53 in Carson City. Fallon and Fernley both with lows of 54 degrees. Fallon a high of 89 and 87 in Fernley. Now today in Pahrump, we saw partly cloudy skies, a high of 96 degrees. Winds coming out of the south at 13 miles per hour. Our humidity at 10% and our sunrise at 5:27 a.m. Now for tonight, it's currently 96 degrees outside with clear skies. Our low tonight's going to get down to 71 with winds coming out of the south-southeast at 10 miles per hour. 20% humidity and 8:05 tonight for our sunset. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we have bright sunny skies all week long except for Saturday. We are going to see some clouds on Saturday, but other than that, just mostly sunny skies. Temperature-wise, all week long, we're going to be hanging out in those mid to high 90s. On Wednesday through Friday, we're going to see highs of 95 degrees, 97 on Saturday through Monday, and then up at 99 next Tuesday. For overnights, Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to see lows of 71 degrees. And then just from Friday through next Tuesday, we're going to be hanging out in those 60s. On Friday, a low of 67. Then Saturday through Tuesday, we're just going to be hanging out at 68, 69 degrees. That's a pretty comfortable temperature. So now, if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live every night, even if you're running around town. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
All right, I'm Deanna O'Donnell. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.